So people saying they broke, they're not broke.
Yeah.
They know they finna get a check on Friday.
Yeah.
You broke when you don't know where the check gonna come from.
Yeah,
That's when you broke.
Yeah.
You broke when you don't know where your next dollar gonna come from. People not broke, they just mishandling their money.
Right.
You got a job.
Right.
You're gonna get paid. You're not broke. You spent the money.
Right.
So I wanna make sure everybody is clear on what broke really means. You broke when you don't know where it's gonna come from.
If someone is broke, they don't have money, they usually clam up. They're at the house, they're hiding, you know, and then somehow they try to get out the funk. And then once they get out the funk, now they try to, right? Why is it important to always show up?
I need new money. The most I ever made from an hour live was $50,000. Hell, you think I ain't gonna hit the button? If I can make $50,000 in my house talking, every time I hit that button, I'm gonna make thousands of dollars every single time I hit that live button. So I do IG live every single day, and a lot of people get that confused. They think people know who they are. They don't know. You got to constantly remind them and tell them who you are and tell stories like this and be on platforms like this to remind people who you are, what you went through, how you got here, and to let them know. One thing, if I don't know anything else, when I was a waitress, this man told me, he said people will give you money before they give you food. Ooh. It's easy to give up. Yeah. So if you showing up every day, inspiring somebody to keep on doing their business and believing in their dreams, it's magic in there.
Hey, wait. I know you want to watch this next video, but listen, if you are an entrepreneur, business coach, business consultant, or a small business owner who has a story and wants to learn how to create multiple streams of income from your story, I need you to text me right now, my book, to 646-687-4152. That is my personal number. I have been an author for over 12 years. I've written 10 books. 4 of them have been bestsellers, and I've sold over 100,000 books. But I've also helped a lot of my clients take their expertise and put it into a story, then create multiple streams of income from that. So I want to help you do the same thing. So text my book to 646-687-4152. All right, let's go back to the video.
Pay attention and listen, we about to teach class. Inside the vault, my man Ash Cash. So get your man right. Thursday nights, 8 p.m. you see him to change your life. Millionaire mindset, the best on earth. Blueprint of wealth, the knowledge network. So get it while you can, and he's standing right here. Just come inside the vault and see black millionaires. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Come inside the vault and see black millionaires. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You won't ask cash, you can catch it right here in the vault.
All right, so welcome to another awesome episode of Inside the Vault with Ash Cash, the greatest money mindset show on the planet. When I tell you this next guest is an inspiration, serial entrepreneur, anything she touches turns into 6 figures. We got my sister, the 6-figure spot chick, in the building. We gonna change your name though. I don't even know why we still calling you that.
What we gonna change it? 7?
We gotta call you the 7-figure spot chick. Or just the 7-figure chick.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Candace Holyfield is in the building with us. It's inspiring to watch you. You know, when I first met you, you always been on your grind, always been on your hustle, always been somebody that, you know, whatever you put your mind to, you make it happen, resilient. But now you've elevated to another level. Yeah. And so I want to talk about all of that, right? Okay. But before we even start there, for those who don't know, who is Candace Holyfield?
So I'm first a mom. That's my first duty. And then I'm AP wife. I'm newly married. I love being married. Yes. It's just like the best thing I ever did in my life. Love it. And of course, I'm a serial entrepreneur, super host on Airbnb. I own a very successful 18 with a trucking company. I'm the #1 spa queen in the world. Not the country. In the world. This year alone, I helped 3 people become millionaires. Nice. I've helped hundreds and thousands of people become 6-figure earners, multi-6-figure earners. Nice. I have the only Black Spa Expo and the only Black Spa Awards in the world. Nice. I'm a proud member of the Facebook Leadership Network. I'm an Amazon influencer. I'm a best-selling author on Amazon. I'm an advocate for small business owners really making real money. People got to understand you can make money, but you got to keep some of it. Yeah. So I'm an advocate of showing people like how to make sure their cash flow is constantly flowing so they don't get broke. Yeah. That'll be one of my biggest things.
Yeah, I love it. And so take us back, what made you become this serial entrepreneur?
Oh my gosh. Can I cuss?
Oh, you could. This is all you.
Oh my gosh. So really what happened, real talk everybody, my baby daddies won't study me. They left me, they left them kids, and it's kind of like we were just left for dead. And I had to figure it out. I was like, I got to do something. And this was in August 2016.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I lived off my credit cards for a year. That's why I'm a big advocate too about credit.
Yeah.
So my ex-husband at that time had a baby on me, and I just went crazy.
Wow.
I couldn't think. I just went crazy. I lost my whole mind. I lost everything I had. And I'm from a small town, Memphis, so everybody know your business.
Yeah.
And so I was the talk of the town. So I was like, I'm moving to Atlanta. And so I had a 2-door Dodge Challenger. I packed it up, and me and my kids moved to Atlanta. I left everything I had, and we pretty much gave it away.
Wow.
That's how crazy I was. I was deranged.
Yeah.
So I came to Atlanta with nothing. And I just thought people was gonna be booking me for massages.
Right.
It wasn't happening like that. And so, but I did have good credit. I had like 20 credit cards, and I lived with those credit cards for like, cause I didn't want to get a job. I'm like, I've been working for myself. I'm already a 6-figure earner. Plus, I was deranged at the time, and I lived on my credit cards for like a year. And then one day, August 2016, I was flat broke. I didn't know how I was gonna feed my kids that day.
Wow.
So I was like, gotta do something. And so I sent my kids out to school, and I never forget, people who know me, I don't cry, like I'm a tough soldier. So my kids went to school that day, and I hollered to the top of my lungs. I cried, I hollered, and I was like, I just wanna be a boss again. And that's the day I took back control.
Wow.
So to this day, I don't know how I got the money to get my spa in Atlanta. I can't tell you how I got the money. But I remember she wanted a lot of money up front, and I knew I didn't have it. And I remember I called her back and asked her, can I pay by the week? And she told me yes. I think I paid it like $200 or something. I don't know where I got $200 from though. And that's how everything started turning around.
Yeah. And why a spa though?
Oh, how did I get in spa?
Yeah.
I was a waitress for 13 years. I went to college. I worked for a home loan company. I had a cleaning company. And my waitress job was trying to get rid of me, but they couldn't catch me doing nothing. I worked there for 13 years.
Yeah.
So I'm doing what I want to do when I get ready. And at that time, my boyfriend was the cook who became my husband later. Yeah. So I'm doing what I want to do. Right. And so they took me out my section one day. So if anybody watching know anything about being a waitress, the longer you work there, you get the better section. You make the most money. They put me in the worst section in the whole restaurant after 13 years. And I'm like, what's going on? They were like, we trying something new. Back then, I was making probably $100, $150. I started making $30. So I was like, I need to go learn a skill. Because I was going to try to get another job. I'm like, I'm going to start all the way over at the bottom at a new restaurant. Yeah. And so behind me was a technical college. And I went, took the test. I always been smart. My whole book smart. I'm a gangster nerd. That's what I am. I'm a gangster nerd. But I took the test, and I was going to do nursing. But they said it took 2 years. I'm like, I need some money today. And so they told me about the massage program, and that's how I got into spa. Nice.
And then so now you're in Atlanta, you open up this spa. How did it sort of like take off for you?
So that's dope. So when I was in Memphis, my claim to fame was Groupon. A lot of people hate Groupon. They don't know how to work it. It's a marketing tool. Yeah. I just milked that cow. Yeah. That was one of my biggest articles when Entrepreneur interviewed me about Groupon and how I became a millionaire from Groupon and things like that. But I was off of Groupon in Memphis. I had built my clientele up so big, I wasn't on Groupon no more. So to move to Atlanta and get back on Groupon, I felt like I was taking a step back. And because I was so deranged about my husband having a baby on me, I couldn't think straight. And so I could immediately do Groupon the first day in Atlanta, but I couldn't think clearly because I was really in a depression. I didn't know it. I was a functioning depression person. And I just couldn't think straight. I made a lot of bad decisions because I couldn't think straight. Yeah. And so once I got broke that day, and I went and got the spot, I called Groupon because I was already big popping on there from Memphis. And so they had me on there the next day. And so I took my old deal from Memphis because I was trending. I was one of the top people. And I put the same deal in Atlanta. Nobody bought it. I only sold 8.
Wow.
I called back. I said, I need the lowest deal in Atlanta. I got to pay my bills. He was like, you sure, Miss Holyfield? I said, I am positive. I need some money. Yeah. My 1 hour massage was $29.
Wow.
Keep in mind, Groupon take 50%.
Wow.
I'm going from a 6-figure earner to $14.
Wow.
Per hour.
Yeah.
But guess what? I was never broke another day in my life from doing Groupon. And so I was doing Groupon. Those people who don't know me, my other claim to fame in Atlanta was Instagram. I would stay under hashtags all day until somebody booked me. I would fall asleep with my phone in my hand. It'll be dead. I would have to stay under a hashtag until somebody booked me. I would DM everybody in Atlanta. I didn't care who they was. They probably got a DM from me. Right. My old page, Queen of Massage ATL. And I would just do that all day till somebody booked me. That's why when people be saying they broke in they business, I'm like, it's too many people on the street.
Right.
Ain't no way you broke. You ain't broken up. If you broken up, you gonna do everything you can every waking moment until you get a sale.
Right.
But I didn't know business how I know it now. I would never tell nobody to do that now. But that's just what I knew how to do at that moment.
Yeah.
And I just stayed on my phone every day till somebody booked.
Yeah.
I was just on the hashtag saying, I would love for you to come to my spa. I would love for you to be my client. And somebody bought every day, at least one massage, and there was enough money for me to feed my kids.
Wow. And then, like, fast forward, you found sort of like a niche in not only taking the success that you've created, but helping to duplicate yourself in other, places. Talk a little bit about that.
So that's ironic because I actually tried to start Six Figure Spot Chick in Memphis before all this stuff happened. I was off of Groupon. So I said, I need to teach other people how to get off of Groupon. So I actually started that business in Memphis, but I wasn't Six Figure Spot Chick yet. And so I had only one girl sign up in Memphis. They weren't studying me in Memphis, right? So I moved to Atlanta, and so I didn't have no clients, but I had my phone. So I was looking at everybody in Atlanta, I'm like, everybody make money from their phone in Atlanta. Everybody making money from their house, and they have to eat every day, and they really don't work a real job. And so that's how I became Six Figure Spot Chick. And my first thing I was selling was just showing people how to make money off of Groupon if they was a massage therapist. And I used to charge $25. And so I helped one girl, she told somebody else, and then that girl told somebody else. And so I started getting $25 clients every single day, and then that's how they blew up like that. There's one client who booked me. Her name was Trina, who I've never met. I've met a lot of people. I've never met Trina from Philadelphia.
Wow. And then talk about that. I mean, that level of success, right? So whether it's used to take trips to China, like
I had got a little money. So always in my marketing, part of my marketing was always travel. So people who looking, you need to know the 5 top marketing trends, which is travel, food, pets, kids, and love. So my husband, he cheated on me and had a baby, so I can't talk about love. I can't even feed my kids, so I can't talk about kids. I don't have a pet. I feel like at the moment, nobody don't love me. So I used to just do travel. Even when I was broke, before I was like a big deal, I would go to Essence with no room. I remember I went to Super Bowl with no room, so I just was always travel because I knew that was the attraction to make people be attracted to me. And then they would want to know more. And back then, wasn't this smart. I just knew I wanted to travel. I didn't even know it was one of the top 5 marketing trends. I didn't know none of that. I just wanted to travel. I wanted to be somebody, even when I was a waitress or even when I was making just $2,000 a month. I just wanted to be somebody. So I just always used to travel. And then when I started getting that money, when them Instagram streets, I made my first $1 million from Instagram with 10,000 followers.
Talk about that.
10,000 followers. And so when I got that money, I said I need to do big travel now. And so I went to China with one of my mentors, Skittles. Didn't have any interest in like hair or clothes, because that's the place we was going to. And so she was on her IG stories, and she showed some spa equipment. I wasn't even with her at that particular like vendor, and somebody messaged me and said, I just saw Skittles with some with the spa machines. Can you bring me one back? I'm like, shit, I ain't even see the spa machine. But you get a free day when you go to China. I said, shit, we gotta go find these spa machines. It was me and my friend D, Blissful Peace. We went back, we tore that building down until we found those spa machines. I made crazy money from finding those spa machines. And so my China trips was only for other spa professionals, and we would stay in the spa market like a week. It was like amazing. Then the pandemic came. I lost $200,000 when the pandemic hit.
I remember that.
I cried for like a week. I lost $200,000 on my China trips. Because I had a trip we had just got back in January. I was going to China like every other month. I was making that much money. And then I had to refund $200,000.
Wow.
Sickening.
Wow.
What if I ain't have it though? The refund.
Yep. And then so how did first before we even get how did you bounce back? Because I'm telling you, you've been having a phenomenal year. And offline we were talking about the difference, like 1 year of focus, like how much like your skin different, like your skin glowing different.
It's Hannah, my makeup artist.
Right, but you made $1 million on Instagram. So how'd that happen? How'd you do that?
So what I would do, I would get under so I took a class in 2015. I can't think of her name. I think her name Lanice. She's a lawyer, but she did an Instagram class. She said, if you never want to be broke, create you a community. I wasn't even thinking about creating no spa community. I was just trying to feed my kids. So I came up with Spa Boss Tribe, which is registered and trademark. And so I started doing events. Keep in mind, I was just broke, crying August 2016. I did my first, was that my first event or my second? I don't know. But I did an event that December in Atlanta for spa professionals. Five girls came. And that's how the whole thing just came about. So when they saw, now they call it social proof.
Right.
We didn't even have IG Live. But keep in mind, my first spa business, Instagram, I wasn't even on Instagram yet. I built that on Facebook. But now I have my social proof where people will say, hey, she helped me, or, oh my gosh, I made 6 figures from Groupon. And so I started getting all those success stories. And so one girl will tell another girl, and one girl will tell another girl. And then the brand just blew up. And then they came out with Periscope. Then they came out with IG Live and DM, and I was just on there every day just giving free gems. Every single day. I would do, this back when they had like conference call numbers. I would do a conference call every day for spa professionals. I would do one pre-recorded and give them like this motivation for the day. Because remember, I was at home. I ain't had nothing going on. I ain't have a lot of clients yet. And I started doing that. And then I started letting people call me for $25, and then people was really getting results, and then the brand just blew up.
Hey, how you guys doing? Hold on, don't press that button, because that's what I do every time I'm looking at an ad that I don't want to see. This ad just happened to be life-changing. I just happen to own one of the biggest home healthcare companies in the state of Georgia. I can help you create your own. Just to give you a little bit of insight, I send out registered nurses, LPNs, and CNAs to take care of people inside of the homes that cannot take care of themselves. But guess what? You don't have to have any medical background, and you don't have to have any medical knowledge. So if you're wanting to change your life and you have a passion for actually taking care of people, then go ahead and sign up for Home Healthcare Blueprint. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, so somebody who's out there right now who wants to start their business, who all they got is a phone and an idea, they can make 7 figures if they execute.
I can't guarantee they 7 figures, but my blueprint, my framework is proven from countless of people. It can happen. I believe it can happen. I don't know they brand well enough, but they can make. I don't know if they can make up 7 figures, but they can make some money for sure. Their customers are there.
And so what's the formula? What's their first step? So what I did, I had to find all my hashtags. A lot of people mess up with hashtags. So let's say I got a spa or somebody watching got a boutique. They might be hashtagging boutique. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Hashtag who your target client is. You get up under those hashtags of the exact target client. So I was now doing service in Atlanta. So why would I be hashtagging spa life, spa, massage? Nobody in Atlanta gonna see it. So I went under those Atlanta hashtags. So I was under Atlanta. I had to identify who I wanted to work with. So I'm like, in Atlanta, everybody do hair, everybody do makeup. These need to be my clients because they working so much and they need somebody to take care of them. And so I went under hairstylists, I went under barbers, I went under models, and I just stayed under those hashtags all day, and I would just work my fingers till I couldn't work them no more until my phone died. And I would invite those people to my business. And so when they would come back to my page at that time, which was Queen of Massage ATL, keep in mind, I told you, even when I was broke, I did a lot of travel. So when they came back, my page, and keep in mind, I'm the Queen of Massage ATL. So even when I was broke, I'm cold with the massage. So when they look back, my page was aesthetically pleasing. And I was going to a lot of events in Atlanta. You know, I was going to Essence. And so I had a lot of social proof from what I did do in Memphis. And so it was believable that I was who I was. Let me tell you, I was broke, right? So I would go into these hashtags, invite all these people to my business. They would hit me back, but they would have to pay me up front. I needed the money. And I didn't have a car. We skipped that whole part. I had lost my car in 2015. The car no one even do. I couldn't pay to get out the shop. So I needed everybody who booked me to pay me up front because I need to get an Uber to go do their session. And I got to feed my kids. I can't leave my kids in the house and no food. So they had to pay me up front. So one girl, she was a model, an Instagram model, a bottle girl. She was like, I'm a little leery about paying you up front. And I said, everybody just have to pay me up front because I didn't want to tell her my business. But I was like, you know, people book an appointment and then they won't show up. And my spa 45 minutes away from my house. And everybody will pay me up front before I ever did the service. And I learned that from Groupon. On Groupon, you pay up front before you even visit the business. So I took that blueprint with me and my own business, and I made everybody pay me up front so I could get my Uber and order my kids a Domino pizza because Domino Pizza was the only pizza place that would deliver to us. That's why we don't eat Domino pizza to this day, okay?
So I needed that money.
Right.
And I would get at least one person to pay me every single day.
Wow.
And I just would stay under my target audience hashtag. And I would invite people. That's another thing. People don't invite nobody to the business. They just post and feel like they marketing. You're just posting. You're not marketing.
Yeah.
I'm marketing. I'm telling you why you need me as your massage therapist. I'm telling you what you're going to get. I'm telling you how amazing you're going to feel.
Yeah.
And I was inviting them to my business.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah. Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
If it was somebody big, and I did my first 20 people for free. Because I needed the social proof. I needed somebody to come and try me out. So when I first got the spot, I was like, I'm going to do the first 20 people for free. But I never got the 20 people. I think I only did 3 people for free. Because when they shouted me out, people started booking. Keep in mind, it was $29.
Right.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah. And then now fast forward, you've built multiple 7-figure businesses, 6-figure businesses. You've helped multiple people create 7 figures. Talk about that, all of the things that you're doing and, the difference that 1 year, like what was that thing that sparked that made it your breakout year?
And I know behind the scenes we were saying a lot can happen in a year, but I gave myself 90 days. Because I said if I can't make something happen in 90 days, I got to go back to Memphis. And so I was trying to do everything I could to not go back to Memphis because everybody was already talking about me.
Yeah.
I did not want to go back there.
Yeah.
And so that was the spark. Like, man, they was already talking about me. All my friends, because everybody wanted to come to Atlanta.
Yeah.
So they come to my house. We ain't got no furniture. The TV on the floor.
Yeah.
So of course they went back and talked about me. I was once already a 6-figure earner, this big spot owner. So all my friends was talking about me. Me and my mom had gotten a big argument. She tore me down, man.
Wow.
I went to kill myself.
Wow.
They tore me down. Like, these are supposed to be people who love me. And keep in mind, I take care of all of them right now to this day. They don't have no bills.
Wow.
I pay 5 household bills every month.
Wow.
So those same people who tore me down, they built me up because I was like, I'm going to show these motherfuckers. And I showed them. That was really what happened.
Yeah. And then talk about the businesses, because I even know, fast out to your husband, right? Fast out to AP, right? So like, he had a city job, right? And you had to convince him to get into trucking, to quit the job, and now, I mean,
he popping now.
Yeah, he popping now.
He can take care of the queen now.
Yeah.
But with my husband, we was dating. He didn't know. Because I was back in Atlanta, but I still had my spot in Memphis. Yeah. So he didn't know I was broke. Nobody knew. Only people knew was my real friends or whatever. So he didn't know I was broke, but I still had this persona. I still had my spot. I still had a lot of things. Yeah. And so we was dating. He was whining and dining me. So I didn't know he didn't have any money. And so when we got more closer relationship, I was back popping again. I had my 6 figures again. And I was at his house one day being nosy, and I saw his chick stub. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. We got to do something about this. Yeah. And he was driving for the city anyway, for the utility company. Right. And I was like, how long you gonna do this? Or what? Because I was back on track now. I'm on now. Yeah. And he wouldn't quit. Because where we from, you get a job with the city, like FedEx, the St. Jude, or MGW, where we from, you done made it. Yeah. And so I told him, I saw his check. I said, is this for 2 weeks? I said, I can make that in 1 day. And he still wants to me. Yeah. So he came to Miami with me. My event was sold out. He said, whatever you teaching those ladies, I want to know. So I think he had to come see it for himself. Right. And that's what woke him up. And so he said, I'm already driving trucks anyway. I got my CDL. I drove trucks before for other people. Yeah. I want to have my own trucking company. Nice. So I told him come up with as much money as possible that he could. Yeah. And whatever he was short, I would help him. And so he came up with a lot of money, but that was all his money. And he moved to Atlanta because of me. And guess what? The first truck caught on fire. Ooh. So he was devastated. Wow. And he was doubting himself, like, I done moved to Atlanta for this woman, because we weren't married yet. So he like, I done moved to Atlanta for this woman. I done put all my money I got to get this 18-wheeler. Before he could even start the business, the truck caught on fire on the lot, on the 18-wheeler lot. Wow. And so that set him back. It was just bad. Yeah. And so me, I'm like, where the money at? What's going on? Yeah. And it was bad. So I ended up taking over the trucking business because I was like, because now he had got another truck. And so, but he still didn't have no money. If anybody listen, you drive trucks, you better let your woman look at them books. If she a businesswoman, and I turned his trucking company from, it's both our name on it, but that was his thing. Yeah. But he was in the red. He still didn't have no money. Yeah. And so I just said, hey, give me your account information. Let me look at it. And he trusted me because we weren't married yet. So he gave me that account information, and I looked at it and I said, well, you making money, you just spending it.
Yeah.
And so I took his company from red to green. He's now a multi-six-figure earner. He could be a millionaire if he want to listen to me a little more. But yeah, so he got his trucking business. He's doing amazing. We actually opened up a truck driving school. So I'm really excited about that.
Nice. And let's talk about business credit.
Yes,
because
I love
business credit has made you a multi-millionaire.
Yes.
You know, you use business credit
for the flip.
To flip. Yeah, talk about that.
So keep in mind, like I said, I was broke.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to, you know, figure it out. A new person in Atlanta. I didn't even have a business coach at that time. I ain't had no money. I couldn't afford a business coach. And so, you know, I started back doing Groupon. You know, I told you I was under those hashtags. And so my payment processor was PayPal. So it's called working capital. It's the easiest way to get business credit through the working capital. But I'm smart. I did the old school way too, because I need to make sure I'm in a win-win situation, because I never want to go back broke. So I was running all my sales. They could only pay me through PayPal. I won't let people pay me no other way. And so 2017, January, PayPal kept on calling me. Keep in mind, I didn't use up all my credit cards.
Right.
I'm in the negative. I owe everybody in America. I ain't answering no number on no.
Yeah.
So I went on finally answering one day. It's PayPal. They want to give me some money. I'm like, shit, me?
Yeah.
I owe everybody in America except for PayPal. So PayPal said, yeah, we see your sales. We want to, you know, we got this new thing coming, working capital. We want to give you some money. The first amount of money they gave me was only $4,500, which I spent it in one day. I spent the $4,500 in one day. But I was already in another like real business credit program where you build up the payment score and you get vendors and all that. So I was already in a program like that. So okay, now I got PayPal on lock. My last working capital from PayPal, I think it was $160,000. No credit check.
Wow.
That's why it's cold. But we like to teach people all the ways to get it, so you can make sure you're in a win-win situation. So I started getting PayPal. Then I had built up my payday score like the old school way. I got myself back together. Shout out to my friend Alexis Cohen. She the queen of the 850 Credit Club. So she helped me with my credit, helped my husband with his credit. My husband's business credit sickening. And so when I learned how to do it and I started getting all this money, I was like, okay, now I got this money, because I wasn't making a lot of money in my business, not just yet. I was like, what am I going to do with it? So I paid coaches. Everybody who I used to look at for free, I paid them. Everybody. Donnell Winningham, Skittles. I went to China with her, Audrea Richmond. Everybody who I would look at for free, I had the money, I paid them. And that business credit really took me to the next level, because when I sign up with a coach, I'm trying to be the best student. That's how you get mentorship. I get the mentorship. So I use that business credit. I did photos, a better website, photo shoot, video shoot, business coaches. I paid somebody to write my book, put it on Amazon, show me how to become a bestseller. And I flipped that money, and that's how I built my $1 million company.
I love it. And then so, you know, what are some tips that you could give like an entrepreneur on building business credit? Because I know if you use credit the right way, like you said, you're able to build wealth, right? So talk to us about some tips.
So a lot of people don't know that we have a banking score. So we can never see it, but the lenders can see it. So to have a decent banking score, you need to be putting at least $10,000 in your, and a lot of people too, they take Cash App, they take Zelle, they take Venmo, they take cash. Some people run their money through PayPal and Square, or they got Stripe, or they got Clover. You can't do that. It needs to run through one system so it can be tracked, so you can have the data to show that your company really, I just did an evaluation on my company. On the low end, my company can sell for $1.2 million. On the high end, it was 1.7. I said, oh, I done did a little something in the streets, right? So you need to have that decent banking score just to show the bank that you can handle this. At least $10,000 needs to be deposited into your business checking account every single month. That's number one. Number two, a lot of people business not legit. It's not an LLC, it's not a corporation, it's not legit. So if the business not legit, they're not gonna give you no money. And I'm so excited that we talking about this, because black people, you know, you often hear, oh, I got denied, they don't wanna give no black people no money. People will give us money, but we just gotta come correct. And so I want people to look just as amazing as my Instagram used to looking I was broke. I'm teaching people now, hey, had an amazing Instagram, but look that good on paper. So I'm tight on paper everywhere around. I'm tight on paper with my payment processor. I'm tight on paper with the banking score, personal credit. I'm just tight all the way around. So people want to make sure their business is legit. Because you get a lot of perks for being a business owner. So the business needs to be legit. Do your $10,000 banking score minimum, $10,000. Try to run your money through one processor and still build up the paydex score as well. Oh, everybody needs to have an account with NAV. It's NAV.com. I got a bomb-free webinar. I knew I was coming to see with the boss today.
Yes.
I got a bomb-free business credit webinar. Like, people don't know that. Like, everybody here, it's a lot of us here, right?
Yeah.
We gonna get gas every week.
Yeah.
A lot of people paying to go get gas with their debit card. My homegirl Alexis taught me we should never use a debit card.
I use my
for nothing.
Amex for
but think about, but everybody ain't got an Amex yet though.
Yeah.
They ain't got it yet. So when they going to get gas, they gonna pay with cash or they paying with their debit card, and it's not helping them
at all.
So people don't know that you can build your business. And keep in mind, we got the trucking company too. If anybody's looking, you getting in trucking, every business have a net code. That's how you get like identified.
Yeah.
Trucking is so in demand, it's easy to get credit there. So the same credit it took me years to build up, my husband got it. It didn't even matter.
Wow.
Because he has a trucking company, his net code is so needed in the marketplace. He got all his credit easy, his gas cards, everything. It took me forever to get mine. So, but what's so dope, people don't know all the benefits. With it, depending on who your gas card with, you now can pay for your travel with it. You can pay for your hotels and things. So it's so many hacks we can get if everything is set up correctly. And it's saving us money. Because we're going to use their money and flip their money, pay them back, and we got a big profit left. So people need to have their NAV account, build up their paydex score. You need 3 to 5 trade lines, they call them experiences. I would tell everybody to at least get a gas card. We got a trucking company, so we got a lot of gas cards. But like if it's just like a small business owner, they're not in trucking, they can go to Pilot, P-I-L-O-T, they can go to Shell. Now to do the hack with the pay for your hotel, it's called Wix, W-E-X. And it's called Wix Advantage. And also what's dope about, you get your car fixed, car breakdown. Let's say how I used to be broke. I could have used my gas card to buy my kids some snacks at the store, some water. You know, they got pizza in Atlanta and nachos, and I could have been feeding my kids some dinner with the gas card. So it's so many perks with the business credit, but I really think people need to work on it. And I like to say my business credit is for a rainy day. Like everybody in my business credit group, I just put a new vendor in there. And I was like, everybody go apply. If you get denied, let's see why and let's fix it. And it was pretty dope.
Nice.
They gave me $50,000. I didn't take it though. That day I applied for like 6 people. I got approved for everybody. Wow. Because I'm just trying to show my students how easy it is. But I ain't take none of the money.
Wow. And so now, being the queen of spas, trucking company, business credit, what else does Candace have going on?
So we're going to have the trucking school next year. My Spa Awards with Chrisette Michelle is in December. I'm excited about that.
Nice.
My Spa Expo, we doing it next year. We prepping for that now. That's going to start January. Me and my husband coming out with a book. Our anniversary is on December the 10th.
Nice.
So we coming out with like a relationship workbook.
Nice.
Because I was saying, a lot of people married, but they not in love. Like, I'm so crazy in love. Like, my husband tell me he love me every day. And I'm like, who have you been all my life? So we're going to do like a relationship workbook. Like, this week, how many times did you tell your wife you love her?
I tell my wife I love her every single day.
But this gonna be the things in the workbook. Like, hey, how many times did your husband kiss you on the forehead this week? Just little simple things that can keep you engaged in your relationship. Because there ain't no fun being married. Y'all don't like each other.
Right, absolutely.
I'm throwing the deuces. You know what I'm saying?
And the pandemic did that though. The pandemic either you either grew apart or you got closer together. You know what I'm saying? Because it really kind of showed you, you spend more time with your significant other, so you got to see like the real.
Yeah, and so I know a lot of people who marry and it ain't popping.
They don't like that.
And my husband be telling me things that him and his friends talk about. So I'm like, I'm gonna make us a couples workbook so they can spark that thing. And I'm queen of spa. We do beef thing, or we get the yonis wet, right and tight. So I'm like, we're gonna make a workbook for the people so they can get this together.
Nice. And so when you think about sort of like building your empire, you do so many different things, right?
Right.
And I always kind of hear that you should just find one niche, stick to that.
Right.
You shouldn't be like doing multiple things. How do you manage? Because it's not like you do multiple things and nothing successful. Everything you do is successful.
Right.
How do you get to that space where you create multiple things and these things are all successful? Like, what's the secret sauce?
No, that's dope.
Yeah.
So they're just like how I said I got the proof for the feed. It was a brand new business. So I'm trying to show people you can have a brand new business, you can get funding, you can do multiple things, but you got to. So what I did a live today, and I was saying you got to find. We were just talking behind the scenes. I'm like, no, I only market this one thing for 40 days, or I only market this for this days. But another thing I do, like my trucking class. I don't market that on my Instagram. I market that over on my Facebook because my Instagram is 6 Figure Spa Chick. Everybody know me as the spa queen over there.
Yeah.
So I don't want to come confuse them with trucking. So I pick my different platforms. That's another thing too. People think they have to be on one platform and do everything on one platform. You don't have to do that. So I do my trucking business. I promote that over on Facebook, but I'm the spa queen on 6 Figure Spa Chick page. But I have my IG stories. I have my Facebook stories. I can put anything because it's like a behind the scenes of just like the date with you. So I put everything I got for sale in the stories, and I put free gems too. Like it was so ironic. I got my makeup done. I did like a stanky walk out of nowhere, right? I said I'm manifesting a big booty and a flat stomach and a small waist. So that's like behind the scene things. But how I'm able to do that, I have a marketing calendar, and so my calendar tells me what I'm promoting, what platform I'm promoting on, and how long I'm promoting, and that's how I don't confuse my audience.
Wow. And so is it important to have one distinct message at a time?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Because you don't, keep in mind, people should run their marketing, whether it's social media, offline marketing, they should run their marketing as if nobody knows you. So a lot of people talking like we know who the brand is. We don't know yet. So that's why I try to stick with, I say, hey, I'm gonna promote Spa Awards for 65 days on Instagram. So people, if you brand new, you never saw me before, you see me talking about the same thing over and over, and over. And so a lot of people are losing their sales and their customers because the people confused. One day you're talking about this, the next day, and they don't go together. So it needs to at least go together. Or you need to have that marketing calendar where you just talk about that for a certain amount. And another thing too, people got to understand, when you post some or do some, everybody don't see it. Like I send my emails out, my email system shows me people don't open up to 4 days later. So everybody don't see it right there at that moment. So if you immediately go to something else the next day, you haven't stuck with this long enough. To like really drill it in somebody's head so they can want it.
And you said something earlier about building a tribe, how like your community is gonna make you rich. How do you build a tribe? How do you build an email list? How do you build followers? How do you take them off of social media? So
I told you I was a gangster nerd, right? Because I'm street smart and I'm book smart. So my favorite book is called Super Fans by Pat Flynn. Everybody should go get it.
Oh, wow.
All right, it's another website called 100emails.com to show you how to build an email list in 3 days. That's from some book I read. But in Superfan, they taught me how to build up Superfans. My community is my retirement plan. Me doing MLM is my retirement plan. If we entrepreneurs, we got to think about, I'm not going to be doing no TikToks and creating no content when I'm 50, 60 years old. Shit, I'm going to be 40 in a couple of weeks. I'm already tired. I don't feel like wearing these fucking shoes that hurt my feet and getting my makeup done. Fucking makeup 125. Like, there's a lot going on. I don't want to do that with my life. So I want to make sure I'm set up with automations and systems. So I name my community Spa Boss Tribe. And when people name their community, you got to think about how much you want to show up. So according to how much you will physically show up, that's going to be the price you're going to charge. The less you show up, the less you charge. The more you show up, the more you charge. They getting you. So people should think about that. And then how I built myself up. Like I said, I was broke. I ain't had nothing else going on. And so I would just show up every day for free, adding value, because even though I was broke, I still had all my social proof from Groupon. So I would post all my Groupon receipts and my reviews and how I got my checks. And I was just showing up every day for free. Until somebody called. And so another thing too, somebody watching, you got to decide what you want to. You can't give everything away for free. But that's why I attend classes. That's why I got mentors. I got coaches. I read books. So I never run out of information. Ever. Nobody can never out-information me. Ever. I'm an informationpreneur. They can't never out-information me.
And you said something that I don't want us to miss. You know, a lot of times when people equate having money to showing up, meaning that if someone is broke, they don't have money, they usually clam up, They're at the house,
right.
they're hiding, you know, and then somehow they try to get out the funk. And then once they get out the funk, now they try to, right? But even when you were broke, you said, yo, nobody would even know it, right? And so you, in essence, were a millionaire before the money caught up.
Right.
And that mindset has allowed the money to catch up. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, and another thing too, I want to make sure people know what broke is. So people saying they broke, they're not broke.
Yeah.
They know they finna get a check on Friday.
Yeah.
You broke when you don't know where the check gonna come from. That's when you broke.
Yeah.
You broke when you don't know where your next dollar gonna come from. People not broke, they just mishandling their money.
Right.
You got a job.
Right.
You're gonna get paid. You're not broke. You spent the money.
Right.
So I want to make sure everybody is clear on what broke really means. You broke when you don't know where it's gonna come from.
Yeah.
So I know for me, even my whole life, and now that I'm getting more into my spirituality, more into my goddess and things like that, I was born to be all this stuff. It was in my destiny to be all this stuff. I just had to get myself together so he can give it to me. And so I'm so crazy. I never wanted to be an entrepreneur. I never wanted to be a millionaire. I never wanted to be saying, hey, I'm the spa queen. I'm an advocate for helping people. Never knew it was even in my destiny.
Yeah.
Never knew, but I always had like this leadership personality.
Yeah.
And so I used to be 250 pounds. I thought I was a shit.
Yeah.
At 250 pounds, right?
Yeah.
So I just always been, my mama big lit.
Yeah.
Right? So it gotta came from my mama, First Lady Eve, and her name Eve. She be like, I'm First Lady.
Right.
Maybe it came from her.
Yeah.
But now that I'm in this space, and I'm doing everything I can to make sure I stay here, I give a lot. Like last year I gave away $100,000 to my followers. When the storm just happened in Dallas, we collected money. We giving away an Airbnb on Black Friday because I want people to have passive income and not be working so hard. So I think it just got to kind of be in you, or you either got to make the decision that you want to be that girl or that guy or whatever they want to call themselves.
Right.
So for me, I always want to be somebody. I ain't know what.
Right.
But I just always wanted to be somebody.
Man.
Always. But I ain't know it was gonna be this.
Yeah.
I ain't know it was gonna be this.
And so. You know, even like when I first met you, you show up all the time. You always on live. You always got content.
Every day.
Why is that important? You know, especially as you build the community. Why is it important to always show up?
I need new money. The most I ever made from an hour live was $50,000. Hell, you think I ain't gonna hit the button? If I can make $50,000 in my house talking,
right?
Shit.
Right. And talk about that $50,000 in an hour.
So I had my program. It was $15.97.
Yeah.
And I never tell people what the program come with. So like right now, I'm finna launch my 10K program. They don't even know what it come with. I want to be that cold in the streets.
Wow.
They just pay me the money. So people was paying me $15.97. And so I finally would start telling people what it came with.
Yeah.
And so they was really ready to pay then.
Right.
So I was like, you got to 12 o'clock to pay. I said, DM me. My DM was full. It was over 50 G's.
Wow.
And we couldn't even answer all the messages.
Wow.
And so I started replying back to people. We, making sure they fit the criteria.
Yeah.
And that's how I make. But every time I hit that button, I'm gonna make thousands of dollars.
Wow.
Every single time I hit that live button. So I do IG live every single day. I need to make sure I have cash flow. I need to make sure I'm never broke, and I need to make sure new people know who I am, what my mission is, and what I stand for. That it's not. I'm not going live for the old people who already paid me. I'm going live for the new people who haven't paid me. Also, if anybody's looking, when you do live and IG story, people don't have to follow you.
Right.
It's an amazing way to get new eyeballs on your business.
Yeah.
So I'm going live for the new people who may have a spa or they need business credit, or maybe they want to have a trucking company, or they may want to have Airbnb. They might don't got the money to pay nobody yet.
Yeah.
So I go live and get them gems for free.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Wow.
And then when they get I be telling myself, when you get the money to pay me. The price not the same price.
Yeah.
I ain't no telling what I'm gonna be charging about it.
Right.
I said, when you get the money, also on my email list, I send out 52 weeks of free classes. Free class every week or free ebook.
Yeah.
Every single week. I gotta stay relevant.
Right.
I gotta let people know who I am, what my mission is,
Yeah.
and what I do. So that's why I go live every day. Not for the old people.
Yeah.
They already caught the vibes.
Right.
It's for the new people, and a lot of people get that confused. They think people know who they are. They don't know. You got to constantly remind them and tell them who you are and tell stories like this and be on platforms like this to remind people who you are, what you went through, how you got here, and to let them know. One thing, if I don't know anything else, when I was a waitress, this man told me, he said people will give you money before they give you food.
Ooh.
I didn't have a clue what he was talking about. Because I'm still a waitress. I'm like, what the fuck are he talking about?
Right.
Rich man.
Right.
And I never forget when I got ready to quit my waitress job, people told me I wasn't gonna quit. They were like, you ain't gonna quit this job, you ain't gonna do nothing. But now I get it. People will pay you because you giving them hope, and they will. It's like a preacher.
Right.
People pay the preacher because they getting hope on Sunday.
Absolutely, yeah.
So if you got a business and you showing up and helping somebody keep on because it's easy to give up.
Yeah.
So if you showing up every day, inspiring somebody to keep on doing their business and believing in their dreams, that's powerful.
Yeah.
People will give you money for that.
Absolutely.
You know how many people standing on the side of the street and we don't get their ass $1?
Right.
But now I keep $200 cash to get to the homeless people.
Yeah.
Every time. Before, I never used to have cash before.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I need to make sure I got a couple of dollars. People will drive past a homeless person who we think homeless.
Right.
Won't get them $1.
Right.
Won't get them no food.
Right.
But they'll come pay you some money.
Right. Yeah.
It's magic in it.
And then you say you go live, right? Every day. Do you announce the live? Do you go live at the same time?
Yeah, same time.
Okay.
It's usually between like 9 and 10 o'clock every day.
AM or PM?
AM.
Okay.
I don't really go live at night.
Okay.
Last night I went live because I did a gratitude post.
Yeah.
I was like, they was like, where your badges? Then we got badges.
Right, badges now.
Shit, so now they paying you and your audience buying you. It's just a win-win situation.
Yeah.
But I didn't have my badges on last night, but I did go live last night. But I normally don't go live at night. I normally go live every day between 9 and 11 Eastern time. But last night I did a gratitude post. I had 28 of my VIPs, my clients fly in, spend the day with me, and I just did a gratitude post. I was telling them, I remember back when I was trying to do this whole thing, I went to Chicago, 1 person signed up. I went to Miami, only 2 people signed up. And I just did a gratitude post last night. I ain't had a badges on. I'm sure I dropped some gems. Anytime I open my mouth, I'm trying to make sure I educate somebody. I'm trying to be of value anytime I open my mouth. We got enough people talking fluff. Let's be a value. Like that's the real flex.
No, I love that. And then is there any science to going live in the morning versus going live at night? Like what have you seen?
I don't know if it's a science. But you know Instagram got analytics, but I just always go live in the daytime. I just have always did. I'm going live after this. Today I was like, y'all, it's a big day for me. I was like, I can't tell y'all. But it's a big day for me.
Yeah, no, I love that. So what's next? What's next for Candace Holyfield, aka the 7-figure everything?
So my next thing, my goal now is to, I built the company. My sales are $1 million, but I need to have that $1 million in my bank account. So my goal is to make $1 million in Q1, have it in the bank account, and of course I'm gonna flip it. I just told somebody else I give all my damn money away. Okay, so I know I'm gonna give some away to my followers and give some, like one of my VIP. I took her chocolate covered strawberry today, gave her $1,000. I just want to bless some people today. So I'm like crazy right now to get this $1 million in the bank account.
Love it.
It's driving me crazy.
Love it. And so now when you look at where Candace Holyfield is right now today, if you can go back, right, 18-year-old Candace, and give her some advice, what would you tell her?
Don't sleep with none of your baby daddy. Leave him alone, girl. Go the other way. That's what I would tell myself from a personal.
Right.
If it's business, because I didn't think about being an entrepreneur, I probably would tell myself start a business and stick with it. That's probably what I probably would have told myself. I would have told myself a lot of shit. I would have been telling myself, I eat potato chips every goddamn day. I did an 8-day fast. I lost 6 pounds in 8 days. I've been doing my fasting. So I would have told myself, get more spiritually aligned. I definitely told myself, don't talk to none of my baby daddies. Go to the left. And I would have started reading more business books. So I always was an avid reader, but I was reading like Zane and Donald Goins and I was reading stuff like that. I probably would have started reading more personal development. My personal development gonna keep me paid.
Absolutely.
Personal development.
Absolutely.
That's what I would tell myself. Personal development.
No, I love it. And so when I think about being at the space and, you know, you've made a lot of money, what would you say is the most extravagant thing you've done with money so far?
Shit, I'm new money. Nothing. I'm 2-year millionaire. I ain't done shit extravagant yet.
Right.
Because another thing too, and I love to share that I'm new money because you know, before I got invited here, I was in the audience, you know, watching everybody y'all interviewed, and I'm like, damn, you know, they making me think I can, you know, really do this. So I'm new money. So when you get that new money, you got to pay old bills. You gotta take care of your family. I'm the backbone of my whole family.
Right. You retired your mom.
Whole family I gotta take care of. My grandmama just called. My cousin called. My mama calling. Everybody, my friends calling. My friend got ready to buy a house. She needed $13,000. She called. I'm like, damn, fuck, she called me for? Can you give me 30? My cleaning lady just asked me for 10K.
What?
The fuck? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the fuck? You know, so everybody calls. So when you start first getting that money, man, everybody need help. You know what I'm saying? And so I try to put people in these winning positions and say, well, let me help you start your business. But they gotta want to be an entrepreneur. We can't put entrepreneur off on people. That's another thing I learned. If nobody don't want to be no entrepreneur, girl, I'm not gonna make you be no entrepreneur. If you want to work your job, work it. Whatever I can do to help you and serve you, tell me what you need and let me do that. So I just had to, you know, fix my credit, help my husband, you know, with his business. Of course, I moved to a house. I bought a lot of cars. My mama, my daughter, myself. But I haven't done anything extravagant.
And so,
nothing yet.
And so what would you say is the most impactful thing you've done with money so far?
Giving it away. We moved one lady out of a homeless shelter. She was in a homeless shelter. We moved her out. We flew, took her on a shopping spree. I think we gave her maybe 6 months of rent. Took on a shopping spree to Walmart. I was like, so you need to pay the other 6 now. We got you on the first 6. That would be impactful. I gave away so many trademarks. Shout out to my lawyer, the biz lawyer. I always make sure I'm sowing a seed into her business. We get trademarks to a lot of entrepreneurs so they can make sure they're securing the brand, protecting the brand. That would be, you know, something super impactful that I'm proud of. Shit like that. I give all my money away. I pay people rent, pay their car notes, buy groceries. We giving away 2 computers, good computers on Black Friday, things like that. Like, I know for me, when I was broke, I wish somebody would have just bought me and my kids something to eat. I wish somebody would have just gave me a $100 gift card to Walmart. Like, just things like that. Like, that's what I would say impactful. And then my most just impactful things is like one of my clients today, Meek, her name Meek Beauty. She was like, I just got my Amex business card. She rolled down everything she got approved for in one day. So things like, and she's a EMT. She's an ambulance, but she still got this spa. So for people to have their job and being successful in their business, that's a big deal. So things like that, I would say impactful to turn somebody's whole business around. Turning my husband from red to green. Things like that. And I would definitely say the most impactful thing I did was helping my husband with their truck company. It was just my cousin's birthday, Tamika Holyfield. I just bought her salon studio. So things like that. But I haven't I'm new money, you know. I just started making this money. Like, I don't have a bunch of designer bags. I don't even have a Chanel bag. I don't have no stuff like that. So no big stuff yet. We are gonna buy us a house next year for cash and get that built from the ground. And I want to have my own neighborhood of just tiny houses. That's what we're working on. So I told everybody to put their money together, buy me some land for my birthday. Put tiny houses on.
I love it. All right, we're gonna do a lightning round.
Okay.
And so what we do is we take banking terms and we flip them. The first term we're gonna do is deposit slip. A deposit slip is, you know, obviously you fill it out, you put the money in the bank, you deposit money in the bank. But for us here inside the vault, a deposit slip is a money mistake, a slip up, right? What has been the biggest deposit slip that you've made so far? So
I had quit. I had made so much money from like helping other people, like as a spa coach, and so I was like, I don't need no spa no more. I'm doing this. But I went out and got my daughter a nail salon. She graduated a year early. She was 17. I got her a nail salon, and so the smell was so loud that the people wanted her to move out. So she got mad, and now I'm stuck with these elites. I always want to do good business, and so I was like, I should have never did that. And then I went and got 2 rooms because my daughter was in one. I'm like, well, let me get another one. $20,000 I lost. Got stuck in a contract. People weren't paying on time. There was no parking downtown. and I lost like $20,000. That was a bad mistake.
All right, cool. Number 2, charge off, right? Charge off, you borrow money from the bank, you don't pay it back, bank trying to get it for you eventually, like, we're going to charge this off. What kind of people or mindsets did you have to charge off during your journey?
Everybody. All my old friends who talk to me like a dog and I want to kill myself, charged off.
Yeah.
I'm a baby daddy, charged off.
Yeah.
I don't call none of them. I don't ask them for nothing.
Yeah.
They don't pay no child support. Charged off.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
People who just worry me, get on my nerves, I refund them, charge them off. I wanted to kill myself. So my peace is very, very important to me. So I can't have nobody keeping me up at night. And I can't satisfy everybody. So I would rather just give them their money back and serve the people who celebrate who I am and know my value. Yeah. So I just charge them. That's how my PayPal account messed up. Right now, I did $40,000 in refunds.
Wow.
My PayPal account been messed up since October 7th.
Wow.
It's messed up, right? It's still messed up, and I'm still running money through there every day. Because I got a $1 million relationship with them. Yeah. So I got to charge off quite a few people. I charge them off and keep it moving.
Love it. Last but not least, ATM. Right, so ATM, you put your card in, you get the money out. You've been giving us a lot of gems, right? But for us here, ATM is another teachable moment, right? Give us one more gem. Somebody's watching, needs some words of wisdom. Give them one more, another teachable moment.
Okay, teachable moment. Like I said, I got the $50,000. That was for a new business. If you establish shit, you can get 200, 300, whatever, right? Yeah. So a teachable moment. I'm gonna give y'all the game. Yeah. I'm gonna give y'all the game, right? You need some money. Your business could be new. It could be old. It just depends, right? So when you're trying to build a business credit, if you like go to Google or YouTube, everybody be like, go to Quill. Like, don't tell me that I can Google, right? But what I do is, if you go to Quill, we need cash. We need to feed our kids. Our mortgage due. Somebody car payment, somebody car could be finna get, we need cash. So a lot of people don't know you can go to Quill, Quill. They need to have an account set up, and then you can go there, they got Visa gift cards. You can go there and get $2,000. People they don't tell you that shit on Google or YouTube. They like, I got a Quill, girl, what you talking? I need money. I don't need no fucking paper. No fucking copy paper. I need money. I gotta feed my kids tonight. And so that's a bum, because a lot of people already got those accounts anyway, but nobody never told them what to really do with it. So I'm telling people, you got the account, cool. Go get you them Visa gift cards. You get $2,000. You get the $2,000 Visa gift card. We live in Atlanta. You go to Publix. You get a money order for $2,000. You swipe all on. And now you got $2,000. You go to your bank to cash your check, deposit your check. Now you gotta put nobody in your business and charge them off because they talking about you. Because you can't pay your rent or your mortgage. So that's a lesson. Go to Quill. I just did a whole live and I did it online to show people that they can do it because you know they don't believe nothing unless you show them. So I just did a live like a couple of weeks back and I was showing them how to go to Quill and get the gift cards.
I love it. And you got all this game. We got a special offer if you go to bizcreditvault.com, B-I-Z creditvault.com. They can get access to your program and, check it out. You give them all the game,
And it's great for beginners. Like if somebody's brand new, they need money right now to like get inventory or expand their business, marketing. Man, we got this shit solid for a new business. And then people who are more established, we got, of course, higher vendors. You can get to 200,000, 300,000. So it just depends on where they are. But it's real dope. Like we got thousands of people in there. We helped a lot of people get business credit. So that's something we're real proud of.
Love it. All right, y'all. Another powerful episode of Inside the Vault with Ash Cash, the 7-figure Candace Holyfield. If somebody wanted to connect with you, where can they find you?
My biggest platform is Instagram. I live on there. 6-figure spot chick. They can send me a DM. I answer my DMs all day, every day. I try to stay on top of them.
All right, 6-figure spot chick. Make sure y'all follow her. Make sure y'all follow us at Inside the Vault on all social media platforms. Follow me, Ash Cash, at I am Ash Cash on all social media platforms. That's it, y'all. We are closing out the vault. I'll see y'all next time, same place, in God's will. Peace.
Oh yeah. You want Ash Cash, you can catch it right here in the vault.